Recording is okay. So is a recording now.
Okay. All right. Good evening, Mr. Charles. Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Okoro, and I'm the group team lead for the South South group. And this is our week 2 update. Before I go on, I would like to say, Mr. Charles, that every correction you pointed out during our last meeting, our last presentation, has been carefully done and taken into cognizance, and we've done that. It has also been reflected on Free Camp. So that's just that. For the project overview, project description and project objective still remains the same as at last week. We are still in our initiate phase, and the start date is still the same, and end date also still the same. For our progress summary, our scope is still we are still on track with the scope, and there has been no changes whatsoever on the scope. However, for the schedule, based on the schedule we have from the project brief, this is the end of our second week 2. And going by that, by now, we are supposed to have been prepared our project charter, right? And we're supposed to have presented our project charter. However, without the meeting and with stakeholders and requirement analysis and all of that, it will be almost impossible to come up with a project charter. So that part of the project has been delayed. Still, but on budget, we are still on track. It hasn't been touched. Quality is still top notch. Resources very much adequate. For the milestone, we are still leaving the last item, or the last task rather, for in our initiate stage as our milestone. And with the fact that we've not done the analysis from the meeting we gathered from the meeting with our stakeholders is still in progress. The risks and issues, as of the last week, our issue was our inability to meet with the project sponsor and other stakeholders is still available. And right now, the risk we are envisaging right now is that at this pace, we may not be able to complete the project as our schedule, with the schedule given us with the project brief, and that has a very high impact on the outcome of the project. Mitigation and resolution is for us to fast track the requirement gathering, and after that is done, our next steps definitely will be the requirement gathering, the modeling and documenting and modeling of the requirements. Then we move over to the requirement analysis and all of that. That is done. Then just as a footnote, our additional note is just for the requirement gathering to be fast-tracked, and that is just about it, sir.
Okay, Mr. Michael, thank you for your presentation. And you say you've, based on the feedback, you've carried out some update based on feedback. So I'm very happy you guys are pushing forward, trying to move. But telling us you should have presented your project charter, I don't agree with you, because you don't just jump and go and come and submit project charter. Even though I know you guys are pushing, but I still believe that there is no delay yet, you know. So I don't see that as that shouldn't be captured as a risk yet, you know. So have a time, but yeah. Like tomorrow, everybody has been pushing for requirement gathering. So I believe you are ready for requirement gathering, and all I need to do is put a meeting tomorrow for everyone to come and ask various questions they have from the stakeholders on the requirement. So you gather the requirement you have, at least you start a requirement gathering session, like, because requirement gathering is a continue to refine, talk to stakeholders till you finish the project. So yeah, I expect that we talk about deliverables. Every time we come here, we should be able to talk about what we have achieved within the week. The deliverables, I want to see it on the project report, what we've achieved within the week. Your line manager need to know what we've achieved and the plan, because you are telling us what we've achieved and what you plan to achieve coming week. So, which is not very clearly stated. What you are just talking generally on the whole of initiate stage, how you guys made the progress. So, but I want to clearly see what everybody have achieved, how many deliverables are remaining. All these deliverables, where are you having challenges? And we'll then look at how to solve their problems. So before I call the next team, let us briefly look at field camp, because of these claims need to be verified. It's not only you can't go by reports alone, although I've browsed through the field camp to see what you guys have done, but everybody need to see it as an evidence of what is going on here. So just a moment. Want to drag us to field camp, we'll come back. Okay. The South just presented, and this is you South. Okay. So this is where you guys are. So guys working on trying to identify stakeholders and expectation, and I think by now we are still working on this as well. Roles and responsibilities, you should have finished that one as well. So we should be here, we should be trying to gather requirements. So, and these are all the things that need to be done before we get to project charter. So, yeah, I believe all these activities you guys have done, I don't need, because these are not strong activities here. So that's good. And let me quickly browse other teams so that we see, because let me not be going through and forth. Yeah, there's some teams I don't know what is happening. Some of us are doing overlapping. Yes, it's good to overlap, but in project like this, where we are using waterfall, you might not be overlapping that way. Let me see people from Ndobodo. Let's see what they've done. So you see the abroad people, yeah, they seems to want to start everything. So they started cost benefit analysis, solutions evaluation. Yeah, I'm not impressed. You can't use this kind of activity to deceive me, because I don't see how you have started doing cost benefit analysis, or you just decided that we have found the template or the method or the type we want to use, or because you need a requirement. You need requirements. You have to gather requirements before you even think of, before you can even start project charter. The business case must be approved. That we know that the project is going on. So if the business case is not approved, the project charter cannot be started. So we are just wasting time here. All these are waste of time. So come down here. I can see completed. You've completed read. So how do you jump into planning stage? Yeah, I'm not saying you should not schedule your work, but it has started already. You've started requirement, user stories, use case diagram, on which project, on which solution are you doing this? What are you gathering here? Then you've completed RAID meeting. RAID meeting in these projects, this is for us to show our level of understanding in this project. What is RAID? RAID is a continuous activity. So we can start it, but we cannot complete it. It should be on and on till this project comes to an end. So it's one activity that shouldn't be completed. So I am not yet expecting any of us to be at the planning stage. The initiate stage need to be validated before you move to another stage. So all the activities going on, yes, I agree, you guys are busy, but I have to, because you're going to be working on a live project, in more live projects out there. So that's why I'm bringing your attention to this. Okay. Let's go back and see another team. Okay, let's look at project notes. Okay. Okay. So which documents I have you guys documented here? What did you document? You see, you documented the requirements you didn't gather. So let us not be playing around so much here. It is something that should reflect what we are doing. And identify stakeholders and the expectation. This shouldn't be at the bottom here. it should be up here. It should be here. Yeah. Not yeah. From where here, that's it should. So, but the issue of requirement documentation, I disagree. I don't know what you documented here, because according to you, you have completed the documentation of requirements while the requirement gathering is still going on. So I disagree. So you have to talk us through how that magic happened during your presentation, and see another team. Okay, I'll see Southeast. So you see, Southeast have even started executing. I disagree with you guys. I don't know what you've even started closing. You see here, you've started closing, you uploaded on repository, yeah. So, yeah, I disagree what you guys are doing here. So, Derek, I don't know what you guys are doing here. You've
So I think we didn't close any deliverable task. We just assigned it. I don't know. We didn't close. We've not gotten to that stage. We are still on initial stage.
okay. Started project plan as well. Okay, maybe we can call it a draft, but yeah. All right. My duty here is to find fault. I'm not come here to praise anybody. I'm come here to find fault. So pardon me if you think I'm being so picky here. That is my job. Okay, and I remember that HSM said that they are going to shock me. They're going to shock us. You know, I hope HSM, I hope you are there. We are here for a shock. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Their work is organized anyway. Yeah. But This is where I expect you guys to be. The Goshen, the South Westerners. So why does it mean you guys have not had a team meeting? You guys have not had assemble project team. You guys have not had a team meeting. You guys have not.
Mr. Charles, when it
Yeah.
comes to that assembly project team, we do not look at it from the angle you're looking at it from right now, because we see that the entire team as we are right now, we are just a project manager, and we are representing one single person, which is
Yeah, you are still a team. Whether you are a project manager, you have business analysts in you guys, so you are a team.
Okay, so we are looking at the entire the other team members we're going to work with, which we still need to come clarification in regards to that when we meet the stakeholders. Actually, so that's why we speak that.
I expect you to learn, not to argue. If you get me. So you are a team. When you are more than one, you are a team. You can have more than one project managers in a or project professionals in a project. You have project coordinator, you have project manager, you have project support, you have business analyst. Even if it's all of you are project managers, you have started requirement gathering, which is core functionality, core function of a business analyst. And a business analyst should be here from day one. So making it, even if he's only business analyst and project manager, is a team. So I don't know what you're talking about. So this should be checked. You guys should have completed this. If you are working as a team, if it's only one person, only you is doing this work, or whoever is the team lead. If it's only one person that doing everything here, that's what it tells me that. But I expect you guys to have had a general meeting, first initial meeting. So,
we have multiple.
So anyway, I'm coming to you guys so that the team lead will tell us how that's happened. Okay, I think I'm done. I've quickly browsed through what is going on here, so I can come back for reporting, getting a report from you guys. So all right, who is next? Madam Deya. Okay, we're back. Can't you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. I'm trying to share my screen, sir.
All right.
Good evening, Mr. Charles. Please, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So I'm in there, Oiho High. The team lead for 65 North. And we are reporting for second week. And so far, we are still at the initiation stage. We are still within scope. We are still within schedule, budgets, quality, and resources. Then the milestones we covered this week were we're able to define our roles and responsibilities using the RACI metrics. And also we're able to identify stakeholders and expectations. Then we're also able to figure out our project approach and methodology. Then the risks we faced during this week was one, not all team members are contributing towards the success of the project. And we resolved that we will still continue with our project work with the available team members who are ready to work to make the project a success. Then another issue we faced was poor internet service.
Before you continue, let's talk about this absentee team members. Okay, in your group, how many are you? Total of how many of you?
I think we're 11.
Okay, 11. And how many people are active?
I think I would say like between 7, 8. I think we're 7 or 8 or 8. I know there is one Mr. Prosper who has never showed up. I reached out to him. He said he was writing a promotional examination and he will attend subsequent meetings, but still he has not attended one, but some others will attend and will not. So I'm thinking, because we've experienced poor internet service in Abuja for some time now. So that is another second issue. That is the second issue we are facing, poor internet service in Abuja, which has also slowed down our meetings and slowed down our pace in which we are moving. But
so the internet service is affecting everybody in Abuja. How?
No, not everybody. At times when we want to meet, the internet keeps kicking us out of the meeting.
You or,
and because of that,
or other team members?
No, sometimes some. Well, at times some people experience very poor internet service, while some will continue with the meeting. But in the end, we really don't come to a resolution, because the whole or majority of the team members are always around. So that's what keeps the pace slow, and that is why some tasks haven't been completed till now.
Anyway,
but in spite of that,
Abuja people, how many of you are from Abuja out of the whole? Because
I don't know. We are just 11 members.
Because it's not only Abuja. It's not only Abuja. It's generally, we'll talk about North. It's not only Abuja we have there. So we have people from Kogi, from people from Kano, Kaduna, Plateau, Jos. So if you're telling me Abuja is having internet issue and we're talking about North, Abuja is not North. Abuja is just part of North.
So we introduced ourselves in the group, and so far everyone who introduced his or herself lives in Abuja.
No, I don't live in Abuja.
Okay.
So
does it mean you don't know Grace, Nancy, and Daya?
No, I know Grace, but I thought she lives in Abuja. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
So I think you people should, this is a distributed team, a remote team. You should know where each team member is working from. Everybody should know where each member should working from, to know, because I've worked in a project where, like, just I'm working with you guys here. So many of us are in Nigeria, so many of us are in America, so many of us have been in projects. I might not know where all of you are living because it's a very large group. only me trying to, but when we break it down into smaller group of 11 people, all of you should be able to know where everybody is reporting from. Is something, because you are going to be working with other teams like that. This will help you to know their challenges and things like that. So if you are being so dedicated to understanding ourselves as a team, is something we need to know. We should know where everybody is reporting from. And when you guys are joining a meeting, everybody should be able to, like I say, you are reporting from this, you are reporting from this place. You can see I always, so many of you, I know so many of you, I know where so many of you are staying. Yeah, you have to look down detailed. As a project manager, you need to be detailed about your team members. So if you are in part of that situation that you do not know, you should try to have a chart, you know, where, so that a chart will show you where everybody is coming from. It's important. And where everybody is we're having issues, people are not attending, you should try to understand where they have challenges. If some people are just being nonchalant, you know those who are nonchalant. If they are having, some might be not feeling well or some one thing or the other, you try to understand. Why I'm saying this, because very soon you are going to be working as a project manager, where you are going to be overseeing a team. You are not going to ignore a team member who is not contributing, because it's part of a project and it's part of where the money is going. So you cannot just ignore them. So you must understand why they are not. If they are, then report them to the management. I expect this from all of us. It's a way we are learning how to manage people. People are very dynamic. It's very difficult to manage people. Okay.
Okay, sir. So our next steps, we intend to meet on Thursday, tomorrow, to review pending tasks and assign new ones.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I know I've worked with Abuja team as Abuja. The one problem we have with Abuja is that they always claim to be so busy, and everybody is claiming to be big man, and they always tell you I'm be this and that, which I'm not saying they are not big men anyway, but when you come, you decide to join a small group, you behave like those small groups. So we are not coming here to form for anybody. So if you are here, just some of us might be ministers, but as a minister, you want to, or a senator, you want to have more skills, so that a better skill. So when you go to the house, you should be able to present very well, do magic in the house. Then you have to mellow and be able to learn as much as you can. So, like I said, I see where the challenges is coming is trying to bring the team together. So, and you said that's why so many things have not been done. So try as much as you can to understand. You guys are very small, so that shouldn't be a big problem. You agreed to lead, so you must have to do this very well, lead us very well. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Who is ready to come up? We'll have Vivian. Denika, I'm not calling you until you join the queue. Vivian.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm representing Team Abroad. Let me share my screen. Please let me apologize first for the noise from my children. Yeah. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Before I go on, because Mr. Charles, please, the date that I assigned to the task is not as if we have carried out the task. I just assigned the date so that our team will know when he or she is presenting. That is why those dates are there, sir. Not that we are actually doing it immediately. So
Okay.
for today, yes, sir. Everything is still the same. We are still in the initial stage. Scope for the scope on track, schedule the same thing. Budget was not. We are still on the initiation stage, so we will not touch our budget. Everything is going on well. The resources okay.
So,
For the line
why have you not touched your budgets?
We are still in the initiation stage, so nothing is being spent yet.
Yeah, but still, it's expected that. So by the time you are going to put your project plan, are you not going to indicate that some money will spent during the initiate stage, or are you going to bypass initiate stage during the project plan? When you are creating a project plan, are you going to skip initiate stage as part of your project plan?
No, please. No, please. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Can I continue, please? Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you. I can hear you.
Okay.
I just made an observation. You say you are very happy that you guys have not touched the budget. So that's why I'm making an
I'm not very happy we've not touched our budget, please. I'm not happy we've not touched our budget, sir.
Oh, it's good now. I'm looking for project managers like you. So that if I give you 10,000 pounds, you return it back to me and do the work.
No, it's not. I'm not happy we've not touched our budget. It's just because we are still in initiation stage. We've not done the requirement and we've not done a case study on it properly for me to allocate resources. That is why we've not touched our budget. It's not as if I'm happy that we've not touched our budget.
Okay, let me tell you how we are going to do this. You see, initiate stage, although you are still preparing your project plan, at least your project plan will not known because you are waiting, but still, this is part of you the work you have started. You are getting paid. Let's be realistic. At this point, you are working, you are getting paid. You and business analysts, both of you are getting paid. So all the deliverables should be accounted for and it should be paid for. When you are planning for projects, you are going to create your drafts. This you should have what we call draft project plan, not authentic project plan. So you should have kind of made provision for initiate stage. So some money should be allotted to that. So for me, you should have, if the money you have 10,000 or how amount, you should have break them down into stages. This money goes to these stages, this money goes to this stage, this money. So you have not broken them down, but you should have kind of apportioned.
Okay.
So
okay, sir. Okay, sir. We'll do that next time. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Thank you, sir. For the milestone, we're able to identify stakeholder using the restrict method. We're able to create work breakdown and define roles and responsibilities. We're able to assemble our project team. Then for the risks and the management, sorry, I made a mistake. It's mitigation, not management, please. One of the risks we experience is system failure due to network issue, and team members are sent and
failure. How?
Okay, my system was from my side.
What are you talking about?
Please.
Network, you say
Yes,
system failure. No, whatever you say here, we are not coming here just to demonstrate something for us to. We are going to ask you a question. Anything you say here, to be able to defend what you say here, you know, because if I hired you as a project manager and I know these are some certain things hiring managers put into consideration. If they are hiring you in UK, there are certain amounts expected to pay to you than somebody in Africa. They put a lot of things into consideration. They know you have stable power, stable internet connectivity than somebody in Nigeria. So if they are paying, both of you are project managers, they are paying you 40 grand in UK, and in Nigeria, they're paying the person in Nigeria 20 grand. You know the reason? They know some of these things, they know some value they are going to get from you. If somebody in Nigeria telling me he's struggling, yes, I will say no. I will say, okay, I understand. I will encourage the person. I will not even raise my voice because I know how much I'm paying her. You know? So all I do is encourage her to see, can you try another network? Try this one, try this one. That's encouragement. But you here in UK, I'm paying you this amount of money because of the services I need to get from you. You are telling me all the time, you are telling me you have a network issue. I'm not going to take it from you. Are you getting my point?
Yes, please, I do.
So if you are trying to talk about challenges, there are some areas you shouldn't go there.
Okay, but okay. Okay.
Yeah, carry on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Then team members being absent due to the time differences and missing project deadline due to unavailable of our member. Same thing as the second one, due to the time difference, they were not available, but we were able to carry out their tasks. Then our next activity is identify scope of work, select project approach and methodology, facilitate initial requirement gathering.
Hang on. We are not here to read the station.
Okay, sir.
You say some team members are not participating.
Yes, please.
So
especially my team members from Canada and US. Actually, my team members
where we're having challenges with team members, I should suggest when we are doing a report, we should list active team members and then list dormant team members. So it has to be published. Everybody will show who is contributing and who is not contributing.
Okay, should I do it on the report?
Yes, let us, because it's a challenge you are having.
Okay.
You should be able to see who is active and who is not active. Why I'm saying this is that most of you here in abroad, these are the people that are going to come and give me headache about reference letter, Please reference me, refer me. And if you are not contributing, you are coming to try to. I'm just going to reference based on who you I know. Are you getting my point?
Yes, please.
If
Yes,
you are
sir.
not contributing to the activeness of this, I'm not going to give you a reference that you are a genius. I'm a very straightforward person. I don't send anybody. Once it comes to this, we want to produce people that can take over the space. I'm serious about that. So we want active team members and non-active team members.
Okay, sir. I'll do that.
I have a case on my table here. This young man has never been serious while the boot camp was going on. And eventually, the boot camp is over now. For like 1 year, the boot camp is over. Angela, you are not the one presenting. I don't know why we're getting disturbances from you. So, now, most of the boot camp team members that intern with this guy, most of them have gotten jobs. Now the guy is now here disturbing me. Can you help me do this and that? But you are never there when the boot camp was going on. What do you want me to do? So these are the challenges. They are never there. They want to, they are, that menial job they are doing it. I'm not saying a job is good because this is what is putting, but if you want to be somewhere, if you have a plan to be great, you have to work, you have to sacrifice for that greatness. Greatness doesn't come easily. You jumping from becoming a cleaner to a project manager is a big leap. And you have to make sacrifice for that. They are simple as that. So you don't just, because you come in here, you want me to come and carry a load. I'm not carrying anybody's load. I'm here to help everybody grow. But some people want you to carry their load while they are not going to do the simple thing they are supposed to do. Okay. Vivian, I can see those keys. Tell them I'm going to put them on timeout.
Ah.
They will just face wall now. Russia. All right.
Sorry,
okay. I think
sir, please, can I say something, please?
Okay.
Please, I don't know if I should or if I'm supposed to say this here. Please, Mrs. I don't know if she's Mrs. or Miss Beatrice, the lady that
I know Beatrice. I know Beatrice.
Yes. Okay, please, sir. She said she has not been invited still in the program, please.
I've invited her. You know, I've done everything I'm supposed to do for her. But I'll check again if she's struggling. I don't know if she's not able to accept. But I know Beatrice is a special case for me, so I know her very well. I've invited her. I've done everything I'm supposed to do for her, but I will check again.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Beatrice, if you are here, I can see you, Beatrice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've done everything I'm supposed to do for you, so I don't know where we are still. Why you're still
I'll get to my box then.
Huh?
I'll go and check into my box now.
If you have not seen it, if you are waiting, it must have expired. So I'll go and check and invite you again. But I know I've invited you like twice. And if that email, if you give us the email you gave us is not working, then If you, I don't know, because originally I know you joined different groups.
Yeah.
That's when I started having issue with you. You joined a group in Nigeria, you joined a group in abroad. While I have onboarded you, I saw that you've already accepted the group, and then there are another group pushing for you to be invited, while I've invited you in another group. You know, I noticed all those things. And in the data set, I noticed there is a duplication. I'm a data analyst. I know when we have, I look for duplication. I find out your name is so many of you registered twice. So I know about you, I know everything about you. I removed you from when you agreed that you want to stay at abroad group. I remove you from the Southwest group. And
Yes,
I
sir.
make sure that everything is working. So I know about you.
Thank you, sir.
I gave you suspension, but I canceled it. Anyway, let's move to other groups. Vivian, well done. I can see how you are struggling to navigate from your children. I know it's not easy.
Thank you, sir.
Please, I want more inclusiveness from your team.
Okay.
And
Okay, sir.
we should make sure that you are not the only person presenting all the time. Try to distribute this duty. Is going to make some people feel more responsible. When you are doing
Yes,
everything for them, they will feel more, you know, they become lazy. But when they know, so many of you would not want to become here. I'll be dragging them. Because of that, they will be more serious. So
okay, sir.
try to let them be more inclusive.
I do that, sir. I do that. Thank you so much. And the ones that are coming, they are trying, sir. Thank you.
They should be more, you people should be more serious, because you guys are benefiting more than others in this boot camp, because you are almost taking this boot camp for free. You guys are abroad. In people in Nigeria, I can understand with them, and things are hard in Nigeria, so I can understand. But all of you here in abroad who are lazing about, I don't blame you people.
So we appreciate you and we appreciate everything. Thank you. We're not taking it for granted.
No, it's when you people are start paying 2,000, go to different boot camps. Go to, you know, try tech. Let me start calling different boot camps here in UK, where they are not going to give you half of what you are getting here, and they don't send you. But some of you will come here and be messing up while they are getting big value from what we are doing here. Okay, Echezona, I don't know how Guinea can overtake you.
My mic was open after I spoke then, so it dropped my hand.
Okay,
Well,
I'm calling because you allow Geneka to overtake you, so you have to wait. Geneka, you can come up.
Okay.
Okay, sir. I'm trying to share my screen.
And Vivian, while
Yes, please.
yeah. So what about Mr. Wilson? I think you are not carrying Mr. Wilson along.
No, I am, sir. He's in Gambia. I am, sir.
I know. So I want Mr. Wilson to present next time.
Yes, sir. What I did is, when is your date for presentation? You will present. Like today, it was Samira and Korode that is supposed to present, but I'm signing in for them. But next week is, since you said you want Mr. Wilson, though it is not his turn, is Mr. Tony, Bukola, and Emmanuel that will be presenting next week. But since you said you want Mr. Wilson, we'll have to do that, sir.
Okay. All right, Denica.
Sir, sorry, please. Another person in my group too have not been invited too.
Okay.
He said is, and I don't know if it's a he or she.
They are
Sunshine.
adult. They are adult. They should be able to speak for themselves.
Okay, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Denica. Oh yeah. Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Denica, I will say we can hear you. We can hear you, and you are.
Okay. Okay, present on behalf of 55 South. So we already, so I'm presenting for the week ended, like the period is, I'm, I'm speaking. I'm speaking, sir. Can you hear me? I'm already talking.
Yes, carry on.
Continue, we can hear you.
Hello. Hello.
Just keep speaking.
We can hear you. Continue.
Okay, Denica, I think you're having
Okay. So I'm presenting on behalf of 65 Southeast. Okay, so the project. Okay, with the project overview, the description. So straight into
so we can see, I think Denica is struggling with the connection, and while you are trying to put your connection back, can we have Mr. H.
Okay, Mr. Charles, thank you, Mr. Charles. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Is my screen visible now?
Not yet. We'll see it when it comes. We can't see our screen yet. Maybe you have to share again.
I'm trying to share again.
Okay.
Is it up now?
Not yet.
Wow. What's going on there? Is it up?
No, maybe it's
I think something is happening.
Maybe
It would. I don't know why it's dropping.
okay, and I think you need to. You don't know you're having such issue, so you have to take your time and fix it later. At times, if your window need updates and is not updated, these are some of the things we need to look out for. It can start affecting your thing. So that is it. So, but because of time, run through your this thing and let's try to go and check if your window needs updates and it might affect your Windows performance. These are key things. So for me, it's always good to shut down and open your system. You know, so many of us, we just, after work, we just close laptop and we don't update Windows. And at times when we want to do something like this, it becomes a challenge. So,
okay.
Just talk to us,
Okay.
tell us what is going on in our group.
Okay, then. Thank you, Mr. Charles, and good evening, Mr. Charles, and good evening, everyone. So I'll be representing the Southwest, and I don't need to go through the project discussion. Every of us know what it is. So I'll just go on straight. And we know our objectives, which is to deploy the scalable and secure ERP, and we need to automate the process and integrate the business functions and provide the real-time reporting for decision making. This is the objective we need to achieve. Currently, the team is still at initiation stage. And because we did not report last week, so the reporting period we're going to be covering, we stretch between 8th of August to 20th of August, compounding the 2 weeks period. So we're on the scope. So far, we are still on track. We started with the project brief, and then in the project brief, we covered both objective and the scope. And the goal was to ensure that everyone is aligned and clear on our responsibilities as we move forward to avoid ambiguity on the project. And immediately we had that within our graphs, we moved straight to identification of stakeholders and their expectations, as well as proceeding to creation of work pattern structure and the roles and responsibilities definition. With that, we carried on with the development of the REST metrics, and this is where we are currently. And as for the choice of project approach or methodology, that we have done that in the passive, which is ongoing, but we've already decided what we're going to use, but we've not closed that out as we speak. In terms of schedule,
on that, we are going to use from the beginning, I mentioned we are going to use both Agile and we are going to use Waterfall. At this point, we are using Waterfall. We are only going to migrate to Agile when we get to execute stage. So if any of the team is still trying to understand the methodologies, is Agile and Waterfall. At times, you can combine so many places I've worked. This is where we're doing a combination of Agile and Waterfall. So some call it Wagile, but it's a nickname. So at this point, initiate stage and planning stage, we're using waterfall. When we get to implementation or execution, that's when we move to Jira. We start using Scrum Agile. So that's it. So you can carry on.
Yeah, Mr. Charles, that is actually in line with what the team agreed upon. We decided to run on a hybrid, which is what you just stated. And in terms of schedule, we had a slight delay, which was what you are saying. You said we needed to be at a certain point, and because the focus was for clarity, and which caused us a little delay. We wanted the entire team to be on the same page, and wanted everyone to be involved in the first camp setup, so that nobody will find it difficult to navigate. So the team realigned after that, and we are driving in full speed. So that was what actually caused us a slight delay, because we were trying to have that harmonious go and drive. Now that we're in that, we don't have a challenge at the moment. And in terms of budget, no major costing have been incurred. Reason being, currently, yes, we know we are spending some costs in terms of project manager and business analyst, but because no defined rate has been set for these resources, we cannot just attribute that to our budget. But we know in the passive, we are incurring this cost. In terms of quality, the quality still remains good at the moment, because we are still in the initial preliminary activities which are still being done. And for resources, no major resources have been deployed thus far until we go into the execution stage, when we have gotten the entire project team, which is going to help us in running and executing this project. That's when we have that running for us. So in terms of milestone, so we look at what we have thus far. We completed the project brief review, and on that we made some observations, and that is to also note that some risk has been identified. I'm going to speak about that in the passive. For our comments on the project brief, which we are based on our observation, is that the 2-month timeline is very tight, and from what we have observed thus far, we have the budget, the 10,000 pounds budget is limited, and there's need for a quick delivery with minimal disruption on the project. Furthermore, more information is required from the major stakeholders for us to finalize on certain areas in regards to our scope and order. And in terms of identifying our stakeholders and expectation, that we have finalized on data until and when we have other new stakeholders that might be, because we know we cannot just conclude on stakeholder completely, but so far what have been identified based on our realities of what we've known so far from the project brief, and what we have identified from our analysis of the project and our understanding. We have finalized on those ones. We've done analysis, done our plan with a clear power interest classification, as well as tailored communication plan in regards to this. When we talk about we also carried on with our work pattern structure. This we've also completed. We were able to come to a harmonious agreement on this, and with what everyone have identified. We had several meetings, and we have that concluded with an Excel version of our plan of our WDS created, and also we use our draw.io to make a tree like a hierarchical breakdown of our project into manageable chunks, which we defined under the various WPSs which created. We also proceeded to the defined roles and responsibilities. This we have also concluded based on what we have identified so far are the rules which are going to be using on the project. If any new one comes up, we are going to still add that and realign and see how that also affects. And in defining our project roles and responsibilities in this project, we try to create clarity, alignment, and accountability within the project, and also prevent confusion about who to approach for specific information or decision. So we created a metric, we created our risk matrix in this regard to ensure that this is covered. In terms of risk, we have observed a number of risks which might impact on this project, even though currently only one is the one which is close by, but we have to still identify other ones and have them in our reporting, so that we can keep an eye on that. We have also opened our risk log and logging them into see how to ensure that we does not escape us in coming weeks when we be going to execution and all that. And the first one is, so the first one is the project timeline, which I mentioned earlier, and that's the major risk because the timeline is tight, and the impact will be very high. So based on our mitigation plan so far is to adopt a hybrid agile waterfall methodology approach, which the team have agreed upon to try to mitigate this. Also, another risk we identified is unclear role expectations among departments. And what this simply means that
can you say that again? What do you say the second risk is?
Unclear role expectations among departments.
Unclear rules.
Yeah, unclear the rules. Unclear role expectations among departments. And in full, what this simply means is that when you have a duplicated effort or gaps in accountability from this various departments, because definitely they have input into the success of the project. Even though we rated this as low.
So what is the unclear rules here? I want to understand that.
Okay, now we have the various departments, we have the operations, we have finance and all that. We might have in a place where we have a crisscross where they cross their paths, and some of them might be in the course of trying to render the help to the project. You might see them trying to do what is actually supposed to interfere be for the other group. So that needs to be clear. That is something we need to watch out for, so that we don't have a situation whereby because the level of access that's going to be given per team is based on their own role and responsibilities on the company and what is supposed to be for them. So we don't have a situation whereby they have access to what they're not supposed to have access to in the ERP. So these are things we need to look. These are something we've identified and we need to look out for, and keep that in our mind. And that is the reason why, even though the impact is low, the way the mitigation plan we put in place is to clarify the rules from the kickoff meeting, and we reinforce that with our risk metrics and conduct a cross-functional team alignment or workshop to ensure that all these are clear and everybody's good before then. Also, another thing another risk we identified might be legal penalties and audit failures. And in regard to this, we know compliance is involved. There might be compliance misalignment, both with the local and regulations, and as well as because since we are considering multiple interconnector outreach, which involves multiple countries.
How is compliance going to be a risk here?
Now, because these entities, the regulatory bodies, even though they will not come after you for now, but we need to keep them in view because they are one of the stakeholders we've identified, which we need to also satisfy. So if we don't have early engagement with the relevant parties who are going to finance team and audit team who are supposed to engage them to ensure that all necessary documentations get across to them, we might find ourselves being breached along the line when we're trying to go live. And we need to validate our regulatory reports before going live, and we need to start all that early to engage to ensure we have all the clearance that's supposed to be.
So why I'm saying this is because I want us not to be in kind of scope creep. We're trying to understand how to implement ERP. So let us not deviate so much from the core rule to, regulatory compliance in banking. So let us not see it from that banking aspect because this can be beyond our scope. We are implementing just a technology here, enterprise application for them. So, but some of all these things are what I expect. If you guys want to know more, it can be part of the questions you should bring to requirement gathering session for clarification. But I don't want it to be logged as a risk. Yeah, it shouldn't be logged as a risk.
Okay. Okay, because we are looking at if we have that part of things you're supposed to bring forth to that meeting, that session, to have all
Yeah,
this
you go
clarified.
for requirement
Also,
gathering,
we
you
are
go
in the trial and which
for clarification.
Yeah.
Risk is when we are supposed to, if you're talking about regulatory, at this point is we're trying to understand the data structure that ERP is going to have. You know, understanding the data structure and data regulations. Are we going to, but that is left for the you, not say we. Understanding the data structure will help you to know, making sure that any ERP you are going to recommend is data protection compliance. You know, that's where I'm seeing such, but we are very far away from there until you get to understand the expectations from stakeholders. So you are here to understand our expectations. So I don't expect that to be a risk because you don't really understand what we really want. And to have full requirement gathering, that's why we say that this is a risk on that angle. Because we do not know how we are going to use this ERP. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Oh, so, and to this effect, I want to say that tomorrow is requirement gathering session. I have said it before, and I expect everything to be ready. So all these questions bordering clarity, this is what the main purpose. So many of you are going to come for clarification, because that's why I said having a project brief is not enough, because you have a project brief and you can see that you people, there's a lot of things that are still vague to all of you. So you still need to go, even after the first initial requirement gathering, some of you will still be a bit confused. You still have opportunity to come for clarification. So requirement gathering is a continue to refine, to understand more, making sure that everybody is in the same page. So, yeah. So it's when we gather requirements, then we'll start knowing if you don't have a good understanding after requirement gathering, then we can start saying that because we don't understand what's going on here, it might become might affect us later and call it. But for now, I don't think it's a risk for now.
Okay. So do I still mention other risk, or do I just leave it at that?
Yeah. It's good to mention so that it will help us to know what you guys are facing.
Okay. So we also identified another risk, which will be poor usage of the ERP, and which might increase the support ticket, which will be coming.
Yeah, I think you guys are really a bit out of scope. The usage here is poor usage. How you call it? How is that supposed to be an issue here? You have not even deployed the solution, and we are talking about poor usage.
No, see, these are some of the risks because one thing that we need to evaluate we evaluated when we are trying to understand the project scope. We are also alongside evaluating all the risks that we might face. We document them and keep them in view and see how we are going to deploy. They don't come by surprise.
So the risk, the risk, why I'm saying this is not a risk is that your own duty is to help and deploy a solution. How we use the solution is not their business. Are you getting? Because we are not part of the operation team. You are here
Okay.
to
The reason
understand our
why,
problem and provide
can
a
I
solution.
explain?
So you are talking about ticketing. You didn't, it is out of scope. You shouldn't go to that
Okay.
extent because it's out of scope.
Okay.
You
Okay,
have
Mr.
not
Charles.
even deployed the
Actually,
solution.
why that came was training was part of the scope. It was because training was part of the scope. That's why this came up. Actually.
Ticketing is not part of ERP. Ticketing is a different unit and a different application. We have what we call
Employees also.
uh,
So the training.
there's what we call ITSM. This is where ticketing should be. Ticketing has nothing to do with
Of the staff.
ERP you are implementing.
Because, but that means if because since you are considering
I can't hear you again, Mr. Eche, but I think you guys are a bit derailing.
Mr. Charles, can you?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm struggling to catch up with you because of
we
network.
also have a risk. We also have. Okay, I'm back. Nothing back. So
and another risk we identified is the risk of incomplete delivery or limited scope, which and this is due to the budget insufficiency that we envisage that might happen on the based on the 10,000 pounds cap we have. Even though the mitigation we have put in place for now.
Yeah, Echezon, I think you guys are really, you and your team are really need to go back to drawing board because you are meant to plan within the budget. You are not meant to go increase the budget. When you give you a budget, everything, solution you are going to look for, everything should fall in budget. You are not going to come and tell them that. When you are planning outside your budget, it means you are incompetent. You know, when they give you 10,000 to plan a soup, you go and tell your maybe a wife, now your husband tell you what I have for this this weekend is 10,000, and you go and bring a list of 100,000 and give your husband. You are looking for trouble. So you should try to narrow all your plans within your budget. That's why you are a project manager. You should plan within the budget. So trying to say that the budget is too small, you are envisaging it for delivery because of is out of it. So I disagree with you.
Well, Mr. Charles, if I may, actually, because these are part of things we need to clarify in that gathering. And that's like I said earlier, we have some mitigations we put in place. But what if in a situation whereby what we selected as the ERP we need to deploy does not also meet the requirement? So we are looking at what we cover both the requirements that
you don't until you do the analysis. You have not done analysis. Mr. Eche, you have not done analysis. Well, after the analysis, then that is when you say that after gathering requirements and doing the analysis, that is when you have the authoritative ground to say that you've not done requirement gathering, you've not done analysis, and you say the budget. I disagree with you, and I think you people should go back to drawing board or go and read your notes or watch movies or watch this thing. I disagree with you totally. There is a sequence of activities you need to follow. You need to understand the requirement before you say that this is a risk. If you not understand the requirement, you need to go to the market to assess the ERPs in the market before you say the amount of money is not enough. These are things you've not done, and you're already concluding that you don't have enough budget. And there is no room. Before you can tell me you don't have enough budget or struggling, you need evidence of what you've done. You have discoveries that show that it's not enough. The evidence of requirements that shows that it's not enough. So you don't just go and copy anything you see maybe in the internet, or you print from ChatGPT, or you must tailor it to the project you are working on. So I disagree with you. I think you guys should go back to drawing board.
Okay, well, okay, Mr. Charles, we've heard you on that. When we come to the gathering sessions tomorrow, we address all this other one. Then on the next step, so far, we intend to conclude on our methodology, as well as facilitate the initial requirement gathering session, which you said will be tomorrow. That we intend to also move into, as well as conclude on the scope of work in education. Because without that gathering, requirement gathering, we won't conclude on what extent our scope scratch. So that's where we are.
Yeah, that's good. I am waiting for everybody to come for that requirement gathering. So you ask all these questions. That is, there's a lot of unclarities that need to be cleared. So I want you people to come with that questions, so that I want everybody to be certain about what is expected. With that, we can then see if we are not meeting with the requirement, what the resources we have is not enough to meet with the requirement, when you must have done your evaluation. Because even after that, it must be after the evaluation. You need to do solutions evaluation. You need to do cost-benefit analysis. These are some of the things I need to see before you can see this is enough or this is not enough.
That's noted, and that is all we have for you today.
All right, that's good. Thank you for detailed presentation. Yeah, I love that, but I think there's a lot of things to be addressed, which I expect you to come up with it tomorrow, so that we can clear all the doubts, so that you people can move faster.
Thank you about that. Thank you on that.
All right.
We look forward to that.
Okay. Tomorrow, I expect to see every team to come with their requirements gathering package. So whatever is bothering you in terms of clarity, I expect you come with your own package, so you'll be able to do that. Yeah. And I think we are going to end it here. I tried to give Enugu people opportunity so many times, but we don't have enough time again. Ernest, you are raising your hand.
Yes, sir. It's on behalf of Southeast Zone.
We don't have time for Enugu people again. Next time, you people should plan yourself very well. We do things with time. We are project managers. You guys should plan with precision. You know? So okay, that is the way it is, because I have plans, I have engagement. If you go for interview, they will give you opportunity within you and tell you 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, they are waiting to interview another person. They are not going to come and say, because you are not ready, they give you a no. When your time is gone, it's gone. And if you don't perform, you lose the job. All of us knows that. So thank you everyone for joining to the tonight's meeting, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
How you use it? Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good night.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good night, Mr. Charles.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Charles, and good night.
Yeah, good night.
Thank you, Mr. Charles, and everyone.